Welcome to Tiger Wolf. I'm Josh, and this is David.
Please be aware, this podcast contains strong language and spoilers.
Alrighty, so here we go, checking in with E3 the last few days, as we just covered last week. The first couple days, which had a lot more interesting things in it for us, I believe, than this one. You want to start with Nintendo, David?
Let's see. Start with the thing they ended with, or end with the thing they ended with.
Was there anything else to talk about?
I mean, we got a release date for Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad that they figured that out, even though they can't figure out how to put all the Pokemon in it.
There was an interview that was done during the actual open floor where you could go and check out the booths with Gung Ho, one of the creative directors at Gung Ho. And people were asking, where the hell is the Grandia 1 and Grandia 2 remaster that, we're supposed to be getting? It's coming. It's still coming. They're just still trying to work out the deal with Nintendo for when they're going to release it. It will only be digital, though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, okay, whatever. As long as it hurries up and I can have it on my Switch, I don't care.
There's actually a few other things going on in there that I found interesting.
We got new characters for Smash.
Well, no, not that. I don't play Smash. I probably would if I owned it.
I would say you probably would if you owned it.
Fighting games have limited entertainment value for me.
Yeah.
Like after I've it's fun if you have a group of friends or something like that, and you're like doing like a pseudo tournament type of thing or something, or you just pick it up every once in a while to play it. But other than that, like as someone who primarily plays single player, there's not a whole lot going on there.
The last fighting game I bought was Injustice 2, and I still randomly just play it.
The last one I bought was Injustice, so.
But I mean, like there were some other interesting things. Like Astral Chain looks interesting. Like I want to know more.
It looks different.
It looks like a weird.
Cool way.
It looks like a weird hybrid of like Chaos Legion and Shin Megami Tensei.
Okay.
If you don't know what either of those titles are, go look them up.
Well, you mean Persona out of the Shin Megami Tensei?
No, like the
because you capture monsters.
Yeah. The Devil Hunter side of it.
Which is monster capturing stuff before Pokemon.
Yes. A while before Pokemon.
Oh shit, there was other shit going on in Nintendo that I thought looked cool, but I can't remember now.
Let's see. What else was there? There was that weird music-related Zelda thing that got announced.
This is why we need to make lists.
Yeah, it's fine.
Are you talking about the
Crescendo or
no? That is that is sound going up. Crescendo. You were in band too. I mean, I don't know why you're rolling your eyes at me right now. Oh shit.
Cadence?
Yeah, Cadence of Hyrule.
Cadence of Hyrule. There we go. The other C word I was trying to think of.
It looks interesting.
It's not something I'd play, but I would probably watch it being played.
And also the other Legend of Zelda game.
Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
That we're getting later this year, I believe.
Yeah, that's a remake?
Yeah.
Of it. It looks fun.
Yeah, I'll probably buy it.
I would like to play it.
I'll probably buy it.
That's just it. Like even with the big difference in what they did for Breath of the Wild for the mainline, so to speak, we still have everything the old Zeldas were because they still have these other smaller, so to speak, titles
coming out
that are continuously coming out, always coming out. Like you have what from the Oracle of Ages, Oracles of Seasons, Minish Cap, Spirit Tracks, all that stuff.
Link between Worlds.
Yeah, that one was in the Link's Awakening world, I think. So, like it has the same exact map.
Yeah. So I mean,
or a Link to a Pass.
I think it was a Link to a Pass. Link to the Past.
Yeah, I think it was Link to the Past.
I mean, we have a bunch of and I didn't mind. To this day, I uncomfortably still have the Water Temple from Ocarina of Time memorized. I'm pretty sure because of how horrifically annoying that temple was.
Water temples in general in Zelda have that.
Yeah.
Supposedly, the one in Twilight Princess was supposed to be difficult to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I zoned out when I did it, and I don't remember anything about it. But I just blazed right, like I just did all the right things in the right order on accident. Right now, watching somebody, not right now, like literally right now, but they're releasing episodes and they're doing the Water Temple right now. And given that they're doing like commentary and stuff like that over it, it makes it harder to concentrate on the game. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of backtracking,
probably,
and stuff in it. Twilight Princess. I don't know if I said Twilight Princess.
You did.
Okay.
And then there's that.
Even like the Water Temple in Skyward Sword, I think it was supposed to be challenging, or whatever the fuck they had there.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm okay with getting, like I said, I probably won't play Cadence, but Link's Awakening, I'm probably gonna buy. And then there was the surprise reveal at the very end of their.
You want to do that now? I was gonna talk about Pokemon next.
I mean, you were.
I have a lot of trash talk to say about Pokemon.
Less happy about Pokemon.
It's not that I'm not happy about Pokemon coming out on the main system. It's that I'm not happy that Game Freak has taken specific actions to piss off their fan base.
All right, define these specific actions, because I'm sure they're
not hiring enough developers so that they can make the game that they should be making. When they released X and Y, they made them full poly character sprites, so that later so that they would make them future proof.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're not pulling those over into this new one. Literally made these sprites, whatever you want to call them, these designs that slowed down the 3DS that was playing it because it was a little bit much for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that they would be future proof, and then don't use them in the future. And say, oh, well, we're only doing so many Pokemon in this. We're not doing all of the Pokemon.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, but the Dynamax thing is... Why does Pokemon insist on running off of gimmicks? At this point.
Because its start was kind of a gimmicky
No,
thing.
It wasn't. Like, they made a seriously complex, hidden in a lot of ways, battle system, which I have issues with that being hidden. In a lot of ways, but just because there's a lot of people who like to min-max. I'd like to min-max occasionally. Like, there's certain Pokemon I would want to be stronger, but like I'm not gonna go digging through websites and websites and websites just to see how to do that the best for him because it's all hidden in the background of the mechanics.
Yeah.
Especially when it's stuff like if you have to fight certain Pokemon in order to get certain stats to be better, type of shit. They have exposed a little bit more of that, if I remember right, in X and Y.
Yeah.
I haven't really played anything since X and Y, but that was kind of nice. The Mega Evolution thing was kind of gimmicky, but it was interesting. It was something that could be expanded upon.
Yeah.
But instead, they went with Z moves.
Yep.
And then instead of continuing with that, they went to what the fuck was it? For Alola.
Z moves were
Aloha was Z moves, right?
Yeah.
So what was it in Pokemon? Let's go. There was something they scrapped both of those. I know they scrapped the Battle Frontier out of X and Y, which is a really cool way of doing fights. It was like they keep introducing these
no
concepts.
actual battle. You don't battle the wild Pokemon in Let's Go. You run into it, you throw a Pokeball.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And hope it stays in the Pokeball.
But yeah, like the Battle Frontier was a cool tournament type situation where you had to basically rush against these Pokemon and stuff like that. It was really fun in X and Y. I enjoyed it, but they keep introducing these concepts that are kind of interesting and could be expanded upon later if they would actually stick with something. And now we have this Dynamax thing, which literally just makes your Pokemon giant and increase their stats.
Yes.
That's all it does.
Yeah, I know. Look, it takes place in Pokemon's Britain. What do you expect? I got nothing past that.
Like, well, I mean, you know what they could do? They could not do Dynamax and then have the rest of the fucking Pokemon in the game. Because guess what I'm not going to buy if I can't have Charizard in it?
Yeah, they really...
Oh, how about they'll release literally
Freak.
apps for the games to make it easier to transfer Pokemon between the games and then never fucking use it after that.
Yep. Never update it. I mean, I really would love to see a Pokemon game that has all of the Pokemon.
Oh.
I mean, sure, you're probably at
all of them up until now, technically,
1,000?
not all of them, but most of them, I believe, until now, technically have all of them available to have in them.
Yeah.
This is going to be the first ones, especially for a mainstream Pokemon game. Because even I think somebody mentioned, I don't know how true this is. I've played the game, but I don't know how true this is. That Gale of Darkness technically had access for all of the Pokemon in it.
I think so.
I remember I know you could only catch.
Yeah, you can
up to that time, obviously.
Yeah. You can only catch certain ones.
But I think you could like transport them in or something. I don't remember. I think they had to be in your Coliseum game. It was confusing.
Yeah, that was a weird time.
Yeah, it was a weird time for everybody. Yeah, and then it's
like, give me an open world Pokemon game where I can pick a region to start in and play through.
That's a bit much. That is a little bit much, just because.
Look, that'd be more.
But at the same time, people
than
would
just fucking new gimmick after new gimmick after new gimmick. I mean, what's next?
Yes.
Are they going to give us Dynamax with Mega Evolution?
Yes, but I think making one region where it's actually open world, which this is not, by the way, they have open world areas, which makes it distinctly not open world. It just means it's fucking Safari Zone, which they've gotten rid of, by the way. And it's
the Safari Zone in Let's Go was weird.
They actually had it in there? I'm surprised.
Yes, you had to transfer Pokemon from your Pokemon Go account.
Oh, it's always some kind of weird bullshit, too.
And then you could catch them.
Like OG Pokemon Safari Zone, still kind of weird. You could throw rocks or food.
Or a Pokeball.
Yeah, that was it. But it was a nice change to the system that was already in place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just been an area to collect rares if it wasn't that.
Yeah.
And then fucking XY Safari Zone was weird somehow. I can't remember. I can't remember.
It wasn't. It was a friend zone or something like that, and you had to have their. You had to have
most Pokemon players have to deal with.
Oh, you had to be friends with them, and then specific characters would give you specific types of Pokemon you can catch.
Like hunt outside of their house or some shit like that. It was so weird.
And then Black and White had Black City and White Forest, which you had to do specific things in the game along the way to get there to make them worth going to catch rare Pokemon.
That's great. Okay, so
and that was a look back at Pokemon.
Additionally, let's talk about the Pokemon designs for the new one. and how very much they look like plastic figurines. Oh, wait, I think that's about it.
I mean, people are all over this, like, floofy sheep thing.
Oh, Marloop, something like that?
I don't know its name.
It's
not even gonna,
hold on, it's fucking adorable. But, I mean, honestly, the legendaries did not look good to me. Everything about them looked uncomfortable.
I'm a wolf guy, and I was like, eh.
Wait, give me Enkei and
Suicune and
the third one.
The lightning one that no one ever remembers the name to.
I thought Enkei
no
was the lightning one.
No, Entei is the fire. Entei's fire. Suicune is the water / ice, and then there's the Rai something.
Raizu?
Maybe something it's Rai something.
Raikou,
I think that's Raikou. I think it's Raikou.
Yeah.
I mean, if I still had Pokemon Go on my phone, I could open it because he's the only legendary I have.
Yeah, like. Yeah. I don't know. They're bringing Pokemon to the big screen, so to speak. Even though it's technically still a handheld system / main console system.
Yeah.
And they're not even making the fluffy ones fluffy. You know what I mean?
Like
Ryan Reynolds was adorable.
I liked a lot
in Detective Pikachu.
I liked a lot of the newer Pokemon from Sun and Moon.
Okay.
Like the regional differences, like Sandslash being ice.
I like the Rattata.
The Rattata being dark. The Mimikyu. The new dragon they introduced in Sun and Moon. I liked the design for a lot of them. Okay, fluffy sheep. Cool, it's cute.
Pokemon's always been about the cute ones, man. It's got the cute ones and it's got the semi-cute badass ones. Don't get me wrong, Charizard's fucking adorable. Look, you haven't seen Detective Pikachu.
Hunter, so...
Yeah, Gengar was the most unsettling of anything in that movie. Just because, it's because they didn't give him the right eyes.
Gengar is unsettling.
They gave him normal eyes instead of Gengar's eyes.
Have you seen his Mega Evolution?
Isn't he just like spikier?
He's got like 4 limbs, like big
Gengar's already got
limbs. Like
4 limbs.
He's like tilted like this.
Just more bestial.
Yeah, more bestial. He's more spiky, and there's wisps around him. It's a little bit unnerving.
Oh, good. It's what he's about.
It is. I'm not arguing that. I mean, my 2 favorite Pokemon are Haunter and Sandshrew. Don't ask questions. I can't explain things like this.
Yeah. So, what the fuck? Like, just how do you go into the main line and go, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna not give them all the Pokemon. Maybe if they had focused on making the better mechanics, or not even the mechanics, the general mechanics are solid.
Mm-hmm, they are.
But if they had focused on making better, I don't know, fucking stories before now, they wouldn't have a fucking 1,000 Pokemon to try to include. Look, maybe less about how many, because the whole fucking this is the main issue. The whole fucking theme of this series is what?
Catch 'em all.
And what can you not do in this then?
The theme.
The whole fucking focus.
Look, I know,
I guarantee that the story is not going to be any better than anything we've seen up to now. Don't get me wrong, X and Y was moving in the right direction. I heard Black and White was also really good story wise.
It was pretty good story wise.
But that's comparatively.
I enjoyed Sun and Moon's story.
But that's comparatively good. Like if I were to say, is this a good story? No, it's not a good story. It literally just forces you on a track to go.
Yeah.
And some of the features that we're getting in this newest edition are things that have been in games for over 10 years already, and people are excited about them. Like the pseudo open world area that has raids in it.
Do I need to remind you of how happy we were when we could suddenly climb ladders and swim in Dynasty Warriors?
That's my point. That's not good. That's another. It's the same fucking game over and over again, and you got to collect characters.
Mm-hmm.
Also, though, it was, but that game was good for a different reason. It's because it was cathartic to just slaughter many, many nameless people.
All right, I'm gonna make a statement right now that would probably not be well received by a lot of individuals, but there's only a few of you who actually listen to us, so it's okay. It's time for Pokemon to just close the book and start over.
You mean Fire Red and Leaf Green? Because that's kind of what they indicated that they were doing there, and then they didn't.
Like they need to close the book. They need to just Game Freak needs to go through their 1,000 or whatever Pokemon it is now.
No, none of their fan base would be okay with this.
Pick out a few of them and then just close the book. Start over.
Like slim it down to 200 out of the 1,000.
I would even be okay with 250.
Oh my God, that's gold silver, David.
I would be perfectly fine with 250.
You know what's interesting is how many people of criticizing age are out there now that are like, yeah, gold silver was the best, and I'm just like, Fire Red, or not Fire Red, but blue, red and blue was the best. I can still almost name all 151 of the OGs,
which is pretty bad.
Most of them in order.
I think I can do the first 15 in order.
I know I can do the first 9.
I'm not 100% sure.
Does it start? It starts on Bulbasaur. Yes, I know. I can do the first 9.
Here we go. All right, go.
No. That's another episode for another time.
Actually a good idea.
Just spent like 10 minutes bitching. I've spent 10 minutes bitching about the new Pokemon.
All right, so jumping back to the other one.
Yeah, something we're actually excited about.
Working title, because they haven't said anything else.
Ghost Hand Link, Breath of the Wild 2.
There we go. That's what I was... What? I was like, this is not a game that has John Bernthal in it. Just what?
Ghost Hand?
You said Ghost, and my mind went to Ghost Recon. I'm like, what? No. That's not Nintendo. Oh, random side note. Apparently, Alien Isolation's getting ported to the Switch. That's a thing.
Yeah.
It's
I
weird.
think it's because Nintendo's more open to more mature material on their system. They're just not going to be producing much more.
I think any and almost all the material that's going to be mature-esque is probably going to be third-party stuff for the Switch and moving forward. But I mean, they had Zombie Ganon basically.
Maybe that'll get us a real Alien Isolation sequel. Maybe. And not just the mobile one. I think it was mobile. It looks really interesting, and is interesting for like a tactical type
thing
deal. But
that would be a really interesting game. An alien game with like XCOM's combat.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't work.
I think
they're too fast. You'd get overrun. Immediately.
If you were the aliens is how it would be interesting.
No, it isn't. You don't have a ranged stuff as aliens. Spit. It's not that ranged. It's not gun ranged.
No, but you have the ducks and...
It's more about sneaking and stuff. I don't think it'd really work as a tactical game like that.
Maybe. I think it'd be an interesting take, though.
I mean, yeah, there's aliens versus Marines from back in the day. You could be on either side.
Yeah, true.
I wouldn't mind an updated version of that. It didn't hit well then because it was hard to make that kind of thing then.
Yeah.
They had difficulty with like the running on the walls thing and stuff. Anyway, Breath of the Wild 2.
We're not going to get it until probably 2022.
They've probably been working on it almost since then. My concerns is when you base a game like that in the same region, same area, it doesn't usually feel good that you have to start over from scratch.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
And it's like, what are they going to do? Import? Because they have like DLC or something like that where you get a motorcycle.
Yes.
So like it's two ways on this for me. Like, do I really need to collect all those armors again and stuff like that? And also because we don't have the motorcycle, but are people going to have the motorcycle if they do keep everything that you got before? Like, luckily, there's no levels in it.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about that concern so much. A lot of it's just knowing how to fight. I'm excited because of the prospect of getting an actual Ganondorf fight and not monster creature that the hardest part about it was figuring out what you were supposed to do. And then monster creature that the hardest part about it was getting the timing right.
Yeah.
The one shot timing. Yeah. Not even like the fights themselves weren't actually difficult in any way. Like the Leonins were a more challenging fight. I found those great. I love those fights. Yeah. Once I figured out how to yeah, because the first one I fought, the electric one, I just could not, because of the way he shot that, I could not figure out how to avoid it. Yeah. And then I found out a cheap way to kill them. I cheesed them. And then when I fought one of the fire ones, it was in a forest. And there was no more forest after the fight. Yeah. But it was really fun.
But I mean, it's at the top of my excitement list for potential games. Yeah. Like, for Nintendo, it's at the top.
I hope their challenges get, like their combat challenges and stuff gets to be more challenging. A lot of it was like, cheese this and then cheese that. Like the ones in the small temple things.
Shrines.
It was basically like...
Hit it. Wait till it does the laser thingy. Float over, drop down, hit it.
No. It was attack, get out of the range of the circle attack, wait till it's going to use the blast, make sure it hits one of the pillars. Go hit it, repeat.
I forgot about the blast part. But, I mean, hopefully they're going to go good places with Breath of the Wilds too.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do. I am reluctant to have to explore the same world.
Yeah.
But it might be more. I mean, the whole fucking cutscene is them in some underground pathway. If they're giving us like real full-size temples, that'd be pretty cool.
That'll be nice.
And I'm interested to see what landscape changes might happen then. Because there was a certain castle starting to float.
Yep. There was a castle rendered from the ground.
Yeah.
Just a quick little side note. Ubisoft, the one thing we expected from you, you didn't deliver.
Well, they had their own. They had an event for it previous to E3, so I'm not surprised that Beyond Good and Evil 2 wasn't featured in here because they're already pushing it on its own.
Yeah.
Which it looks like it's of the scale that it should be pushed on its own.
Yeah. I mean, then there's new stuff for Division 2, new stuff for a new update for Assassin's Creed.
What do you mean the release for Division 2?
Division 2's been out for a while.
It's been in beta for a while.
Details. Look, let's be fair. A game like that never leaves beta. Destiny 2 is still in beta. And they have a new expansion coming out this fall.
It's not quite the same, but I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's because it's hard to get a game like that to not feel like everything is the same and balance it.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. I may give Destiny crap occasionally, but I've been playing 2 a lot recently because I've just been in the mood to play a shooter, and it's the shooter I have.
I have some recommendations. You have Game Pass. I know you can get at least one of them. Oh, I just finished BioShock the other day.
Oh, finally?
Yeah. It looks like it has multiple endings, so that's fun. I'm not going to find out what the other ones are.
There's the internet.
But my ending was because I saved all the little sisters.
I think the only 2 endings is you either save all of them or you don't save. Like if you choose not to save one of them, you get the other ending.
Well, yeah. So there might be a specific one to you kill them all.
Maybe.
Because you can just not save them which is stupid because then you don't get Adam to upgrade. You can save them or you can kill them and get more Adam.
Yeah. I mean, like that's not trying to be mean to Ubisoft, but I mean, the only other thing that I'm remotely interested in, you've already hooked me, is Ghost Recon. So
yeah, that new Ghost Recon game looks really good.
We're good. I don't need anything else.
Jesus Christ, are they pushing Tom Clancy this year?
Yeah, Division, Rainbow Six Siege,
the Division mobile game,
the
Ghost Recon,
and it wasn't a Division. It was a conglomerate of all of their Ghost of the Tom Clancy properties. Division's is one of the characters. Splinter Cell's a character. Again,
okay.
A Ghost is a character.
Tom Clancy mobile.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a bit much. I'm surprised we didn't get a new fucking Splinter Cell something.
Maybe that's next year.
I think it's been a while since I've done a Splinter Cell.
I think so. I think the last...
Surprising, but we haven't had a whole lot of, like...
espionage games.
Yeah. And I mean, they're great at them. Look at Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Great game if you want to play a barbarian.
I'm going to say not an assassin. But again, Odyssey and Origins suffer from the same issue for me. It's before the Creed was a thing. So you don't have all of the...
And what's the
things
point
you expect?
And what's the point of that then?
If
it's not if there's no Creed, it's not Assassin's Creed. You're just assassins.
Well, I mean, like, Origins kind of made sense for it not to be, it's the establishment of the Order. Odyssey, I think, is actually not part of the world. It's actually one of the games made by Abstergo Entertainment. I don't think it's actually a thing. I think.
Then why? So they called it Assassin's Creed just because it was made by Abstergo?
Yes, I think that's how it's tied in. It's actually just a game made by Abstergo
in that world. Okay, I can see how stupid that is.
At least that's how I view it. I mean, I could be completely wrong.
Like the Origins, I could see for something like that. Because that feels at least a little bit like an Assassin's Creed game from what I've seen. I've never actually played it because I don't want to.
It's actually kind of fun once you start.
Oh no, I did play a little bit of it.
Yeah, you played a little bit when I was playing it. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
It wasn't bad. The level thing,
the dropping me straight into the middle of combat in the very beginning, that was disorientating. But okay, all right, fine.
Okay. And I think that's all. Like, surprisingly, no new Far Cry add-on for, what's it, Homeland or something like that?
New Dawn? New Dawn is the most recent one.
Yeah. Surprisingly, no new add-on for that or anything. Nothing being announced there. They said they weren't going to have anything for Assassin's Creed, which means that they probably think the next one's going to be really big and good.
Well, supposedly the next one from leaks is supposed to be Assassin's Creed Ragnarok, which is supposed to take place in
Watch
Dogs area.
Watch Dogs Legion? Is that when it's supposed to take place? So it's probably going to be just like fucking Odyssey, but
probably.
Jesus Christ, guys! Look, you've already got what's that game called? With the fucking samurai and the knights and
For Honor.
Yeah, we've already got For Honor. Just keep it there. Don't get me wrong. I want to play For Honor. It looks fucking great.
But yeah, Ubisoft, we're mean to you because we actually want you to make good games.
Because we love you.
We're mean to EA because we're just tired of their bullshit.
We're mean because we love you. Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, EA did pull microtransactions from Battlefront 2. I learned recently.
True.
So that's saying something. Like they're trying to
right the ship.
They're trying to figure out what the fuck they need to do to piss people off less.
Yeah,
is what they're trying to do right now. There's a few other things that they've done that has been kind of positive towards that end too, but I can't remember what they are right now. I read up on it recently.
So, Square Can we talk about how you don't have a roadmap for your release and development of Final Fantasy VII Remake? Can we please talk about that? You need I get once you get out of Midgar, you can use almost none of those assets again. I get that. But
so maybe Juno.
Why don't you have a roadmap here? Like, okay, cool. The first installment's supposed to have 2 Blu-ray discs worth of content. Okay, I'm on board with that. Midgar's a big place. Maybe you actually let me walk around it.
As a city.
Experience as a city. See the other sectors other than just Sector 6 and Sector 7.
Oh, I think you're going a little bit too far there, buddy.
I said maybe. And, okay, cool. The statuette's nice and all, but $330 for the Soldier First Class Edition?
My Kakashi was only $100.
I mean, like, really? Like, it's a Cloud statue on his bike.
At $300, I want a 2-scale replica of his sword.
I want to be able... No.
That's like a foot long.
Just...
So I can still whap people with it.
Just, at this point, like, if you gave us the option of different statuettes, I might be a bit more on board.
Well, to be fair, they don't have the design for anybody else yet.
They do. They have Barris, Eris, Tifa, and Cloud.
Yes, anybody else. They don't have Vincent. They don't have Sid. They don't have Yuffie.
Like, let's be fair. I would probably pick
Red.
Red.
Them, right? Red. Oh.
I'd probably pick Red, unless you gave like this, like, hey, if you want to throw in an extra $30, we'll give you a Zack statue. Okay, I might be willing to spend the $360 at that point. But we have a release date for the first installment. Now, we don't have anything past that. So don't expect the second episode.
Oh, it's going to be like 2 years.
Don't expect the second episode until 2030. The episode after that is going to be 2040. They'll finish the game by 2021. Or 2021. 2100. At which point they'll finally start on 8's remake.
Yeah.
So Josh will maybe get his remake of 9 in 2250?
Well, at least we don't have to worry about a remake of 11, so 12 should be right after 10.
True. And
12 is my favorite.
2587.
9 was my favorite, and then 12 was my favorite. Well, Tactics is my favorite, but you know what I mean. Of the main ones, yeah. 9 was, and then 12 came out, and I just loved it. Honestly, the battle system that they're making, that they have for 7,
it looks good.
It would be fucking fantastic for 12.
It everything I've seen for 7 looks good.
It does. Everything graphically, all the effects and
the way they're doing the spells, the
particles.
Like, I am on
really
board with you. So just get a roadmap.
But it's only coming out on PlayStation. That I don't get. They no longer have an exclusivity thing. I know because 15 came out on Xbox, and I would love to play this on Xbox.
Give it time. They might
to
release
be fair,
it on Scarlet.
Xbox hardware can probably handle it a little bit better.
To be fair, they will probably release it on Scarlet. Maybe. Maybe.
That'd be nice. But that means I won't be playing it for another 10 years.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it...
I'll just wait until all of them are out.
What else did Square do? The one I'm hung up on.
Final Fantasy VIII remaster.
Yeah. Making it a little prettier.
I'd rather a full-on remake. It's one of my top tier Final Fantasies. Pretty much 7, 8, 9, and 12.
Its story was a bit more interesting than 7.
Can I just say all of the mainline ones? Because I like the 4.
You like the old ones too. Like
1 and 2
look,
are
your
okay.
favorite is not a mainline one.
And?
Just saying. I think the only ones you don't like are the Mythic Quest ones, which are on the Game Boy.
That is not true. I had Mythic Quest.
You did.
Mystic Quest.
You had Mystic Quest 3? Or
no,
was I the one who had
Quest.
3?
I had Mystic Quest, which wasn't an actual Final Fantasy. They just threw that name on there so it would sell.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've played 1, 2, 3, and 4.
What do you mean?
6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think I've played
the real 5 or our
Which
5?
One? No, real 5. I'm talking. These are the real numbers.
Okay.
Which one's 5?
5 is 5 Sabin and No, that's not 5. That's not 5.
6, isn't it?
That's 6. Because 6 is with Terra.
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
5
Anyway.
is Bart's.
I'm pretty sure I've played all of them. I've played 1 through 4 all the way through.
Yeah.
I've played 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
15.
15.
To completion. I think you've beaten 15.
Yeah. Fuck is 13?
The one you don't talk about.
God damn it. Final hallway.
The one that I have played.
I was like, what the fuck is 13?
The one that I have played the completion.
I couldn't. I got stuck as soon as you went to the other world and you had to fight the thing on top of the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't feel like grinding before that fight, and now I'm stuck at that fight.
Mm-hmm. Because
I can't beat the things around it either.
Oh, yeah, Square. That's another thing they're doing.
DLC
Star
for... Oh. Did they announce that? I didn't see that.
They announced it beforehand, and
I thought you were going to say the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I can play as Roxas again.
I mean, I'm sure you're excited about that.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm contemplating getting it.
Or something else, wasn't there?
Oh man, starts with an A.
An A?
Yeah.
That's not helping me. Romancing Saga 3, I think, is them, and it's
yeah, it's
Romancing
Saga 3's them. Being made by Crystal Dynamics and the other studio. Connected to Spider-Man. Avengers, that's it.
Oh, you mean Avengers Creepypasta.
They don't look that bad.
Dude, okay, so if ever there was an Everyman, that's what they made Captain America and somehow Bruce Banner as 2 different versions of Everyman.
Of the Everyman.
Like, in a it's like, it looks like, ignoring the fat thing, it looks like what most foreigners would just say, that's an American, to Captain America and both Bruce Banner, and even kind of Thor. Like, all the men are just like generic. Honestly, what's his name?
Tony looks pretty close
Tony
to
looks like
the animated him.
The animated version, right. He just look a little chubbier on the cheeks, is a little bit. Oh.
I mean...
Cap looks okay with the helmet on, but I'm pretty sure that literally any person with that helmet on would look like Cap.
That's fair. I like Cap's the riot gear design. His riot gear design.
Can we talk about
Black Widow's hair?
Yeah. You don't do CQC like she does CQC without that hair managed.
It doesn't look right.
That's because it looks like bedhead. It looks like she just woke up and then went to go fight things.
Like, I kind of wish they had just given her a completely different haircut. Just give
Thor's
her like a
hair is not much better. Thor's hair moves unnaturally and also looks completely unkept.
Like, I would have preferred seeing her for like a pixie cut.
Okay, yeah, I know what it is. I don't agree.
Over what we got?
We got 1960s Black Widow.
And I mean, like, Thor, I would have preferred the short hair with like the faux hawk.
I would have preferred the short hair for Thor, mainly because that hair doesn't look good. Like, I just don't think they did the hair in general in the game right.
I'm perfectly fine with Banner. Like, it's hard to screw him up.
Because his hair's not going to move because it's short. Same thing with Cap.
It's hard to screw him up. And Tony's armor...
I don't know. He doesn't look very...
Tony's armor, so...
Hulk looks good.
Well, you should assumptively be spending more time as Hulk than as Banner. So.
Yeah, but not in the cutscenes. Oh, but Tony with the beard didn't look good and the long hair.
I didn't like the long hair at all. But
I think it's just the way the hair looks with what they did for art.
But like his suit looked okay, but I mean his suit changes every Tuesday anyway, so.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to touch on?
To rant about?
Yeah. Because we're way over time.
Yeah, we're getting pretty long. Look, like we originally guessed, it was kind of a lackluster.
Yeah, I mean, we just covered 3 days in roughly the same amount of time we had 2 before.
Yeah, there was just more for the other stuff. At least more things we were concerned about.
Yeah, more things we were excited about.
Like, don't get me wrong. As much crap as I'm giving the Avengers game, I'm gonna get it.
Why?
Just to try it.
There's other ways to try things.
If it plays good, I can get over the visuals.
This is why there's rental services.
If it plays good, I can get over the visuals. And I mean, at least all DLC for that game is free.
Marvel Alliance for the Nintendo Switch. Because that looked good. The add-ons that they had for that looked good. All right, well that's our E3 hits and misses. I think I just thought of the title for this episode. Or miss and hitses. See ya.
Well, I suppose that's the end of the episode.
Please like, comment, follow, and share. And also, more importantly, thank you for listening.
Take care. Bye.